A huge thank you to CatasticalCalamity for giving me permission to post their creature concept submissions for this video. Once a peaceful herbivorous species, Tornir are now mindless carnivores overcome by a parasitic fungus that slowly turns them into trees as they age. When a Tornir dies, its corpse slowly becomes an entire tree, hollow and with no leaves. Forests of these haunting trees have been seen, leading some to speculate that Tornir seek this location if they know they are dying. Militrua is an extremely defensive herbivore that dwells on the ocean floors and around shallow bays to stay near the air's oxygen. Its shell is made entirely of metal, making it an extremely durable creature. Electric currents run through its shell at all times and shock a predator when it attacks. Due to their extreme defense, they remain quite passive even around large carnivores. Quartzers were once a powerful species, able to manipulate earth and water with ease. Over time, they lost most of their powers and gained a mischievous nature, using their limited powers to mess with other creatures or lure them close enough to attack. Once an ancient shark species, they formed a symbiotic bond with alien nanobots. Over thousands of years of evolution, they fused together to make what is now known as Jetebene. This genderless species roams the land in search of mysterious energy sources, calling them from hundreds of thousands of miles away. Although an entity that attracts light, this clever warden holds many dark secrets. Often its presence will both lighten a room as well as darken its shadows. Malveathian is a quiet and calculated beast of the depths. It is incredibly wise, and holds the power of space and feeds on fear. It rarely interacts with the other wardens, choosing to instead quietly make its own changes to the world. Legends say Malveathian has the power to create portals to specific locations in our reality, as well as outside of it, and keeps dangerous intruders out. The Aolenus is a large bird-like predator with sturdy legs, strong enough to lift huge prey easily off the ground. Due to their large size, it can't chase prey for very long, so they prefer to dive and attack their prey from the skies. These beasts of the sky use the power of the wind to keep them in the air for weeks at a time. Although solitary during flight, they rest in groups on the edges of floating islands. These sentient temples were sent to the orb to kickstart their early growth. Once Turrim reach a certain size, they will be teleported back to a warden's domain and continue growing indefinitely. Lapilune are known for their soft melodies and helping creatures drift off to sleep. They use their crescent-like instruments to play quiet tunes throughout the night that seems to relax anyone who hears it. Empty of all emotions, these behemoths decide whether a creature will be granted plentiful joy and bliss, or cursed for the rest of their days. Within a Maalerix's hollow soul lies the blessing of the wardens of life and death. Ferrarius are intelligent and crafty creatures who scavenge wastelands for fuel and materials. They enjoy collecting and trading shiny metals, as well as helping others make their own. A round, friendly creature that enjoys hanging around groups of creatures around its size. There is something off about them though. Devious and terrifying ambush predators, these mimics can often be found living amongst other small creatures for weeks before striking. They use pieces of exoskeleton and bone to craft their shells, which some speculate resemble an extinct species. Oxytalis are extremely rare, only being found in the deep depths of the jungle, where it lies in wait using its ability to grow flowers to lure unsuspecting prey, earning the name, a fatal beauty. Since Oxytalis have no mouth, once killed, it ensnares its prey in a tangle of thorns in which it uses to drain the blood that it solely feeds on. Flipli are round and small creatures that communicate through their lights in the depths of the ocean. On the brightest nights of the year, millions gather near the surface, creating a spectacular underwater light show.